Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another banging video. In this video guys, we are gonna talk about Halle scoring legal victory over DDG. Now this is sad because when it comes to a child, I do believe that both parties should be able to co-parent in peace. However, DDG is being granted visitation rights and we're going to get into all of that. So today was another court day for DDG and Halle as it relates to their co-parenting situation, right? So Halle did not physically show up to court, but her attorney represented her because, under this circumstance and for this hearing, Halle's presence was not required. So her attorney was there to represent her. DDG attended court in person with his mom. So basically, what was being asked in this case? Well, the judge insisted that either parties do not post a child on social media, no video recording or anything like that. No, there is a bunch of false narratives being floated around on social media. And I want to pull that back a little bit because anyone who has been keeping up would remember that Halle was the one who initially asked DDG. We remember that, right? We remember Halle saying it was triggering for him to have the child on social media on the live stream for those lengthy periods. And they did not respect her wishes. So after Halle moved in, asked the court to grant her sole custody, she was awarded sole custody. At that point, no visitation was in place. Now, after Halle was granted sole custody, she basically asked her attorney to reach out to DDG's attorney so that they could come to a mutual decision on DDG spending time with Halle. DDG advised his attorney because that's the only way the attorney would deny the request. And that is upon DDG's request, right? So DDG turned down that offer. He went ahead, he filed his court documents against Halle. He filed to get a restraining order, and a temporary one was granted. And the court basically granted DDG visitation, supervised visitation. No. What DDG thought would have happened is that he thought if he could have made Halle look crazy to the court, it would have garnered him sole custody of Halle. But things did not work out in his favor. That is as per what happened the last time. Because now a lot of people are running with the false narrative that, oh, you know what? DDG told the judge that he would love to do a 9 to 6, 3 times a week monitored visit to show that he doesn't need to post Halle, and the judge agreed. They're saying that Halle wanted 6 hours a week monitored visits. And I believe that 6 hours a week monitored visits, that's not bad, because if she said this guy has only contributed to this child's life once, 6 hours a week is not bad because you're not contributing. So why should you be in the child's life that much if you're not contributing? That would be on Halle's expense. Why should you be in the child's life that much on the mother's expense? So I honestly don't blame Halle. So what critics are saying is that Halle got insulted in court because Halle wanted DDG to get 6 hours a week monitored visit, and DDG told the judge that he'd love to do a 9 to 6, 3 times a week monitored visit to show he don't need to post Halle. Listen, the guy is just a narcissist. What he's doing for social media presentation, because all this time he was posting Halo, using Halo, to get views and all of that on his platform. Yes, because if you have been taking your child on every live stream, but here comes the mother saying, hey, you know what? Please take the child off social media, and you cannot respect her enough to take the child off social media. It's very telling who you are. And now, knowing that she's saying he only basically bought Halo one thing, he doesn't financially contribute to the child, then what was his end game right there? You're using the child to help build your platform, because if it wasn't rewarding to him, if he wasn't benefiting in any shape or form, he wouldn't be doing it. So basically, Halle had to be the one to get the court involved, and the court basically restricted him from having the child on live stream. So now, with them saying that, oh, Halle can't post Halo anymore or anything like that, listen, she was the one who asked for it. So I don't know why it is that DDG and his flying monkeys are trying to gaslight us into believing that, oh, Halle got insulted by the court. Hello, anyone who have been keeping up knows that this decision was made before the last court hearing. This decision was made when DDG filed that, restraining order against Halle and basically asked the court for supervised visitation. And Halle basically said it's not as though she wanted to keep the child out of his life. She just wants the child off social media. And the judge agreed. And the judge said to DDG, no social media posting for the child. And if you guys notice, we haven't seen Halle posting Halo either. So that within itself, it does say a lot. I believe that Halle's intent was to, take the child out of their spotlight. And so many celebrities, they do that. You may see an occasional photograph of them and the child on social media, but you're not going to see a photograph every day, every week, every month or so. So as such, I don't know why it is that people are getting the impression that, oh, Halle was insulted because the judge said, don't post a child on social media. You can't post a child on social media. That was in place ever since DDG requested visitation of Halo, because Halle requested it. So I don't know what people are getting at, and I don't see why it is that they believe this is doing something to Halle and this is the court humiliating Halle. It's really not the case. But it is so unfortunate that she has to be going through this with DDG and his minions, but I have to say kudos to her for handling all of this in the best way she can. So the next court hearing is scheduled for October 20th. DDG wants supervised visitation. Let's see how it pans out. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date once there's another update available on all of this. So we're coming to you with all the information that we can as soon as we can. But do not fall for the false narratives that, oh, Halle got shut down by the judge. She was told not to post her child. Oh, no, please. She was the one who basically asked for that from the get-go, because DDG and his mom basically violated her wishes after she specifically asked them not to have a Halo on live stream. They did exactly that, like right in your face, like you can't tell us what to do. They did it immediately after she asked. So that definitely speaks volume, but kudos to Halle for holding her head high and just doing what is right, doing what needs to be done for the sake of her child. And that's the most important thing. But it's so unpleasant that she has to be going through all of this. And what people needs to understand is that if Halle still has sole custody of Halo, it says a lot. It speaks a volume. And that is something that many people need to start looking into. But anywho, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what's your take. And while you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.